You must be tired of hearing how scary black holes are. Objects that love to eat stars, light, even time itself. But have you ever thought, where does all the matter that is swallowed go? Does it all disintegrate into dust without a trace? Or is there an exit gate on the other side that we haven't discovered yet? Meet the strange twin of black holes that makes scientists shake their heads. White holes. Objects that you can't enter no matter how powerful your technology is, because it is the most greedy vomiting machine in the universe. Let's dissect this new chapter in astrophysics, where time flows backward and logic seems to break down midway. In physics, there's a principle called symmetry. Simply put, the laws of nature don't care whether you play a movie forward or backward. The formula still works. Well, this is where the magic begins. If we take Einstein's general theory of relativity, which describes a black hole, a region where space-time curves inward to the point where not even light can escape, and try to rewind time on mathematical paper, we'll create a new entity called a white hole. Imagine a river. A black hole is a giant waterfall where all the matter, falls down and can never rise again. A white hole is the exact opposite. It's an explosive spring spewing massive amounts of water in all directions. There's only one rule. You can't swim into that spring. No matter how hard you try to get closer, the pressure of the white hole's vomit will always be stronger than your inward thrust. Even light, the fastest thing in the universe, will be thrown out if it tries to enter its event horizon. Why does this object give scientists a headache? Because theoretically it exists, but observationally it isn't visible. We've successfully photographed black holes, but white holes remain mathematical ghosts. Some physicists theorize that white holes don't live long. They're like instant fireworks. Once matter is ejected, they collapse or reform. However, there's an even crazier idea. What if white holes are actually the future face of black holes? When a black hole has had enough and begins to evaporate due to Hawking radiation, at the end of its life, it might whirlbound and explode into a white hole, returning all the matter it has stolen over billions of years. Now, let's venture into wilder territory, the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what we often call a wormhole. If you combine a black hole on one side and a white hole on the other, you theoretically create a shortcut or space-time tunnel. The black hole is the entrance, and the white hole is the exit. But the question is, where does the exit lead? Many speculative scientists, including the late Stephen Hawking, have discussed the possibility of other universes or a multiverse. It's possible that matter swallowed by a black hole in our universe isn't destroyed, but instead is exhausted through a white hole in a neighboring universe. In other words, white holes may be the seeds of the Big Bang in another dimension. Imagine if our own universe was actually born from the vomit of a giant white hole from the parent universe. This thought makes us realize that we may be just a small part of an endless cosmic cycle of eating and vomiting. Unfortunately, traveling through this tunnel won't be as easy as in the movie Interstellar. Mathematically, wormholes are extremely unstable. As soon as a single small particle enters, the tunnel will collapse before you can even say hello. Unless, of course, we find exotic matter with negative energy to wedge the door open. Although it sounds like science fiction, the existence of white holes gives us hope that information in the universe is never truly lost. The universe has a way of recycling itself. White holes are proof that while darkness, black holes can swallow everything, light and matter always have a way to be reborn. So, are white holes real or just crazy scribbles on professors' blackboards? We're still looking for physical proof. But remember, people used to think black holes were just a fairy tale until we finally got a picture of them. The universe always has a way of surprising us. Maybe someday we'll discover that behind every deepest darkness, there's an explosion of light ready to give birth to a new world. Do you think it's possible that we live inside a white hole vomit from another dimension? Leave your crazy theories in the comments. And as always, keep asking questions because science begins with curiosity.